What's going on, Packers fans? Aaron Nagler here, Cheesehead TV. Day 10 of training camp. The Green Bay Packers hold their final practice before jettisoning themselves from Green Bay, heading over to Cincinnati later this week for one joint practice and then the preseason game on Friday night. I'm obviously coming to you from Lambeau Field in the bowels here in the media workroom. Thought I'd give you guys my observations, some notes from practice. As always, this isn't exhaustive by any means. It's just what I saw and observed. The headline today, obviously, is Rashawn Gary being taken off PUP. You love to see it. He was out there with his outside linebacking group, going through drills, all individual stuff, not even anywhere close to team work yet, but just great to see him out there with Preston Smith, going through the drills. Rashawn Gary, one step closer. You love it. Speaking of health and who was out there and who wasn't, Josiah DeGuara remains out, along with Jake Hansen. Innis Gaines is a new one. He has a quad injury. Lou Nichols has a shoulder injury. And Eric Stokes obviously remains out with those injuries he sustained last year. Not close to being taken off the PUP, according to Matt. We had question and answer time with Matt prior to practice, and obviously Stokes still a little bit away. Talking about what we saw on the field, we saw Zach Tom and Josh Myers rotating at center yet again. The starting center position is up for grabs, without a doubt. Both guys getting reps both in walkthrough and in team periods. Didn't really get a great look at either one of them. It's really hard on the sideline to get much of an angle to see how either one of those guys are doing, but they are rotating in and out. I will say David Bakhtiari was out there after not being present or not suited up for family night, and he is an eraser, man. It didn't matter who the defense threw at him. He just enveloped and erased Hollins, Lucas Van Ness. It didn't matter. It doesn't matter who you throw at him. He completely, during the team stuff, whoever was trying to rush against him was pretty much invisible. David Bakhtiari is back to his all-pro form. No doubt about it. Carrington Valentine, the rookie corner, got some work with the ones right at the start of practice while Jair sat out. You got to think that's probably in preparation for preseason. Going to get him as many reps with the frontline starters as possible while you rest Jair. No reason to risk Jair. And he seemed to hold up all right. Obviously didn't track him specifically, but he was out there with the ones for a number of snaps. And Dontavian Wicks also got run with the ones at times during teamwork. So I would suspect we're going to see quite a lot of those guys on Friday night in Cincinnati. Jaden Reed was in the backfield at one point during red zone and did a nice job of shaking McDuffie in coverage. Caught a really nice ball up the left sideline. He is a versatile weapon, and I am telling you, he is going to be a problem. It's interesting to me to look back at some of the kind of draft coverage leading up to the draft before he was selected by Green Bay. Man, I don't think people really gave this kid the credit that he is due for being a pretty damn special athlete. I think he is going to be a major contributor on this offense early and often throughout this season. Continuing with red zone work, TJ Slayton completely blew up a rushing attempt by Aaron Jones. I couldn't see if it was Myers or Tom at center, but it didn't really matter, I don't think. He completely destroyed the play. TJ is ready to have a big year, I think. Every time we get any opportunity to see him in teams, he is blowing things up along the interior, especially in some of the more the run attempts, whether it's zone or power or counter or whatever. TJ is engulfing the middle of the field. So another nice play today in that regard. One other play in red zone that I was just file under is better be lucky than good. Valentine had a chance at an interception. Jordan tried to fit it over the coverage. Valentine had his hands on it. Probably should have had the interception, but it bounces through his hands up into the air. And Jaden Reed did a phenomenal job in the tip drill of getting the ball and getting his feet down before the end line of the end zone for a touchdown. So, chalk that one up to like I said, better to be lucky than good. Speaking of the red zone, that's probably the best that I've seen Jordan look since I've been in Green Bay this summer in the red zone work. Did a nice job on the backside. There was one play that looked like they pulled the guard, or actually I think they pulled the center. They pulled Tom, and it looked like they were going to run over the left side, and he just pulled it at the last second and hit Romeo Doubs on a backside slant for a touchdown. It's just tough if you're a defender, man. With your eyes, you got to be so disciplined. You got to be so keyed in. And I think Dobbs just did a great job of selling it on that back end, and it was, I mean, bang, bang play, zips the ball in there, touchdown. Just really nice work from Jordan in that regard. Then finally, of course, no practice report is complete without talking about the rookie kicker, who actually ended up going, I think it was 5 for 6 on the day. His lone miss was his third kick, which did hit the left upright. But he finally made his first kick. So that's progress, because we all know when you get out there in the game, it's the first one that they're going to count. So progress from the rookie kicker, Carlson, today. That's pretty much it. I'm sure there'll be a lot more that you can read about online, Cheesehead TV and other places, but that's the sum of what I saw today. There were a number of national media members out there. Good to see Peter King, Jeremy Fowler, and Pete Prisco, among a few others. But good day at camp, lively crowd, and now they will in camp to Cincinnati, on to Cincinnati, as Bill once said. So keep it here at Cheesehead TV. I'll be doing Packers Daily later this afternoon, 4 Central, 5 Eastern. Hope you come along and ask your questions, and we can chat about the green and gold like we always do, Monday through Friday. In the meantime, please tell your friends and tell your family. Cheesehead TV, we are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide.